Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, I'll be doing an overview of Supergirl from the Flash movie. I'll be talking about the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at front of the box, this side, the back, which I really like the art, the other side, top, and of course, bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, we do come with a card. This is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with these two extra hands. So this is her right hand. It's just open hand. You can see that right there. Not much to it. The blue on there, just a regular hand. And it comes with a left fist, which, again, not much to it. Just plain blue on there. Not much to the hand. And it does come with a flying stand. Now, let's take a look at the articulation of this figure. Now, if you do see some, like, wet spots, it's because I just, put some hot water on it to loosen up the joints. That way it's not too stiff, because it's a really, really stiff figure. So, head articulation, left, right, good. Up, down, good. Shoulder articulation, it's good. Bicep, good. Elbows, good. And wrist, good. Alright, let's do the torso. Torso articulation, really, really good. Right, and then the twist as well too. Leg articulation, it's good. Knees, good. And of course, feet, good. Toes, good. So overall, the articulation of this figure is really, really good articulation. Now, let's talk about the figure itself. Oh, boy. First off, the head sculpture. Look, I'll downright say right now, this is a horrible head sculpture. It looks really, really bad. And I'm not hating on the actress. Look, the actress is very, very attractive. She's really attractive. But unfortunately, it just didn't come off right with this head sculpture from McFarlane. I'm not hating on McFarlane. I get it. He's trying to keep it low price. But, man, this head sculpture is not really, really good, man. I'm sorry. I'm not really digging the head sculpture. Well, at least let me kind of review it and overview it and see if it's actually decent enough. So, the face sculpture itself, it's not that great. You get the painted lips, which is fine, I guess. The eyebrows is fine. You get the painted eyes. The hair is good. I'll give it that. The hair sculpture, I actually like. I like the hair sculpture. The hair sculpture is nice. The paint's good. You got like a light brown, dark brown, all mixed in there, which looks really, really good. But the face sculpture is... oh, shit. This is pretty bad. So, overall, the head sculpture, what I think about it, I'm not really digging it. The only thing I like I said, it's just the hair sculpture. I think the hair looks good. I dig the hair. But the face is just... ugh. And the paint, too. Something about the paint just seems like... paint that's similar to like AI, if that makes any sense, like computerized, like robot kind of paint. I don't know, maybe just me, but that's that. In terms of the upper body, I really like the body sculpture. I think the body sculpture looks good, very good twins, if you get what I'm saying. The sculpture design, I really like it. I like how the textured on here in the blue, same here in the arms, but yet the red on here, it kind of has like the leather look to it, which is not, of course, but I like how it's different in terms of its texture, which is good, and it actually really pops. Because when you see it from a distance, you see that blue texture, but when you see the red, it kind of has like that leather look, which I really, really like. And again, on the arm here, you got the red on the streak on the side. The biceps have that blue textured. Then, of course, the wrist on here has this, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's got a weird different sculpture design. But it's not bad or anything. I like it, but it has that weird sculpture design. It looks cool. Then you got the open hand. You got the fist over here. And the other arm, same thing. You got some paste scuff on here. Not a big deal for me. But the Superman logo looks good. I do like how it's textured. And I like how the gold down here is obviously bright and gold. And it's shiny. And it looks really, really, really good. Even from a distance, you can see that gold on there. It looks really good. Especially that Superman logo, which I like. Overall, though, it's a good sculpture design. It looks very clean. You got that cape on there. The cape is fine. It's just a cape. Not much to the cape. It's simple. I wish it had the Superman logo on here. That would be really, really cool. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So that's that. So overall, the upper body, in terms of the torso, I like it, man. I like it. It's a good, clean-looking Supergirl sculpture design. Like I said, I like that texture. The texture on here is really, really cool. And with that red, it really does pop. And in terms of the legs, there's really not much to it. Same thing that's textured on here on the upper torso. It's also present on here on the legs. So you got that textured on here. And the knees are different in color, which is kind of odd. Why would it have that? And from a distance, you can somewhat see it, but when you get up close, you can see the palette of the colors different. And also, too, the texture on it is a little different, too. Like, I don't know why this has, like, bumps on it, but yeah, this is different. See that? I don't know why it has that. I didn't design it. The boots on there has that same texture that's here. Also here, which is I like. And then you got more of that blue textured on there. The feet, not much to it in terms of a sculpture design. They're just plain looking feet. So the lower torso, it's fine. It does the job per se. And of course, the question is, does she do squats? It's okay. It's doable. It's passable. So she gets a pass from me. So overall, though, what do I think about this figure? Personally, I gotta say, I like the figure. I really like the figure. I think the sculpture design is good. The paint job is good. My biggest gripe is going to be the face paint. The paint sculpture. I'm not hating on the actress. Nothing wrong with the actress. The actress is really, really attractive. I mean, I'll post the pictures on. You guys can see what I'm talking about. But she's really attractive. But unfortunately, though, the face sculpture is the biggest problem. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't really judge too much on it because at the end of the day, you're only paying $20 for this figure. So overall, like I said, I like the figure. The sculpture design is good. Articulation is good. The paint job is clean, but it looks good. Just the face sculpture is going to be the problem. But is it worth the purchase price? I think $20 isn't a fair price. It's not the greatest figure. It's also not the worst. So to me, $20 is kind of like a fair price. Maybe wait for a sale. I have a feeling this might go on sale for maybe $15. And I think for $15, I think that's a good deal for $15. $20, it's a fine, fair price. You know what I mean? But the head sculpture, I can't. Not the head, but the face sculpture, I just can't stop looking at it. But regardless of that, though, what do I give this figure? Man, I'm on the fence because on one hand, I want to give it a thumbs up. But at the same time, the face sculpture, it's just like, it's just there. Just kind of like, So, but if I want to be truthful, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, like a really low thumbs up for the figure itself, just a face sculpture. But again, for price of $20, I think it's fair. So there is that. Here we have Project Superman. This is the Target exclusive gold label figure. And of course, Supergirl from the Flash movie. They're both Project Superman-esque per se. And just showing you how these look standing next to each other. I said it before, I'll say it again. This is just a figure. It's not the greatest. I'm not hating on it. It is comic accurate, but let's be real. It's not the greatest Superman figure. And here we have Supergirl, or the Project Supergirl. Here we have Supergirl from the Flash movie and Supergirl from the Injustice 2 video game wave. They both look good, but if you were to ask me which figure do I prefer, this is a tough one. Because on the one hand, I like this head sculpture. I think the hair sculpture looks good. Similar to the character in the video game. Not 100% accurate, but there's some similarities. The hair sculpture, definitely a lot of similarities. But I like this sculpture on the body. The body sculpture is really good, and like the paint. Yes, there's more to it. There's more textured to this figure in terms of the sculpture of the body. But I like this plain look to it, and I like that shiny blue on here. I don't know why, but something about it just really pops and grabs my attention. But if I had the option, I would swap the head. So I would put this head on this figure, and I think it'll be a perfect fit. But just showing you how these two Supergirl figures look standing next to each other. And if you would ask me which one I prefer as is, I'm gonna go for the Supergirl, because at the end of the day, this one has a full package. It looks good overall. This one, the face, something wrong with the face. Here we have Supergirl and of course John Kent, or Superboy. Yeah, Superboy, yeah. Anyway, so they both look good. Superboy is a little bit taller. Actually, he's a lot taller. Definitely more muscle toned. You can definitely see around there. They both look good. I don't know why people keep hating on this figure. I kind of have a reason. I know a reason why, but It is what it is, though. But nonetheless, though, it's a good looking Jonathan Kent figure. But if I had the option, I would prefer more like a smaller figure. Like, I would be cool if McFarlane did like a Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent, like a 2-pack, because they both like really best friends. But that's just me, though, and wishful thinking. Here we have Connor Kent or Con Ale, something like that. I can't remember the name. And of course, Supergirl from the Flash movie. Man, this is a fantastic figure, man. If you are a Superman fan, definitely get this figure. I might get another one, and I've seen online where some people are selling just a head sculpture with glasses. That looks really, really cool. So I might get that. Just get another figure and just replace the head sculpture. But really, really good looking figure. I really like this one. It just looks very, very, very stylish. The hair sculpture, the jacket, everything about it, the belt buckle, just everything about it just looks so good. And you have Supergirl, which again, the head sculpture, I'm sorry, the face sculpture just looks off to me. But nonetheless, so here we have Supergirl and of course Connor. Here we have Superman and Supergirl. This is Superman from the Rebirth era, if I remember correctly. And of course, Supergirl from the Flash movie. Just that definitely muscle tone. Just look how massive Superman looked. Look at that big old chest, big old abs, big old arms, shoulders, thighs. You name it, it's big. Nothing sexual, you dirty bastards. But nonetheless, so, been showing you how a movie or live action figure looks standing next to a more comic accurate. Really, really, really good looking figure. Again, when people talk about Superman figures, just figure itself from McFarlane, they don't really mention it. So, it's a really good figure. But just showing you how these two look standing side by side, and you can definitely see how massive this Superman is. Just look at those arms. Just look at that. One of his arms is as big as maybe two of her arms combined. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. That includes an overview of Supergirl from the Flash movie wave, and on to the next one.